Hello, hello. Turn down my own sound here. There we go, so I can hear a little bit. All right, let's see. Who do we have in chat? Hello, Tyler. Tyler is showing off our brand new emote of our goldfish in a bag. Sherry, hello. Oh my gosh, markers. I don't have Arteza markers, but I have Tombos. Well, this was one that I had started on, and I didn't have time to work on it today, and so I was just like, why don't I just do it on stream? It's almost done. We'll probably be able to get it done tonight, because we're going to be doing Mermaid on Friday anyway. So we don't have a ton of time to squeeze in a new one. So I had some people message me saying that they wish I would have done this on stream so they could see I did it. So we'll probably go over a few things that I did today. Lozzie says, sorry, I've got a cough drop in my mouth. If you hear that, I apologize. Let's see. Lozzie says, do I work tomorrow? Yes. Should I be here? No. Am I here? Meh. Hi, Lozzie. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Robin. Tyler says, work can be done anytime, but streams, those are precious. Thanks, Tyler. Let's see. Hi, Aspie. Sherry says, I have my microwave tea all ready to go. I love it, Sherry. I love it. Let's see. Hi, Ariane. Tyler, I like your way of thinking. I really shouldn't stay for the whole stream, though. Don't have to work until 1 p.m., but I do need to sleep a bit at least. Well, the question is, Lozzie, are you working from home, or do you have to actually, like, go out to work somewhere? Hi, Caitlin. Hello, Tara. Hello. So yeah, this is one that I worked on a good portion yesterday. I had 0 time to get it done, so I was thinking we could finish up the rest. I still need to do the remainder of these items, probably touch up the background a little bit more, maybe work on the water a bit. And then there's this on the boat, and then I need to do the background also. No, not the microwave! So there's that. And then I had some interesting mail today. Thank you, Tyler. Just kidding, you really don't have any tea. Hi, Ria, welcome. Okay, so those of you, there are those of you who may know, you work in a supermarket. Hello, by the way. Okay, yeah, you'll have to go work tomorrow. And kudos on you, Lozzie. Thank you for working so hard. So there are those of you that know, how do you do the water, please? Okay, we'll go into the water for sure. I have these, here, we'll move this out of the way. Have you been a coloring machine since? Yeah, a little bit, Samantha, a little bit. I've been trying to get out as many as possible, and yeah, I just had 0 time. But I colored a good portion. I was able to get a lot done on the weekends. So hi, Carolyn. Hi, Kimmy. Hi, Ann. But anyway, so there are those of you that know that I already have these stickers available in my Etsy store. Now, the one I'm about to show you, I don't have up in the store yet because they made a slight printing error, but when the new ones, when the replacements come in, these will be up in the shop. And I have a couple more coming too. It's just these ones happen to be the first one to show up. But we have a new sticker that should be available soon. Da, 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 da. Let's see, let's turn, there we go. Okay, so this is the, hi Micah, just stopped in to say hello and thumbs up. Thank you, Micah. So these are the new, let's see, will it go in anymore? Here we go. Okay, these are the new sticker that's going to be in the shop. There was a tiny little printing error. You see all of these inside circles were supposed to be holographic and they missed just one, so they're going to reprint it for me. But I figured I could at least give you guys a preview. So little bits of it are holographic. We've got holographic flowers here and here. The curtains are holographic. The mushrooms are, the flower petals, and then the little bits on these seed pods here. But the fun part is, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see. The flame in the window, it might be something you can only see in person, but the flame in the candle in the window is also holographic. But yeah, so brand new sticker. What do I do with the sticker? I put them on my bookshelf, Sherry. My kids like to put they usually get at least one when they come in, and so they have them in a row on their bunk bed. Oh, my phone is not on silent. I apologize. Aw, thanks everyone. Sherry, stick it. Thanks, Lozzie. And I have more coming. I have 2 more coming. I can't wait to show you. It's just, you know, they take a little while to get here. Yeah, so you can show us how you did the rocks underwater. That'd be great. The change between above water and underwater. Yeah, for sure, Ariane. Hi, Jackie. Welcome. And if I missed anyone coming in, I apologize, but I wanted to show off the new sticker, which will be up in the shop soon. I gotta wait for the new ones to come because they misprinted it just a tiny bit. I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with these ones yet. Maybe I'll offer them at a discount or something. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I have a stack of little misprint ones, so we'll see. Like I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do with these yet. So, new sticker coming soon. Also, in case anybody wanted to know, does anybody want to see kitten update pictures? I won't blast you all with kitten pictures if you don't want to see them, but if you do want to see them, I do have kitten update pictures because 2 of the kittens went to their new home today, and so I got some last little pictures of their cute little faces. So if you want to see that, you can let me know. But aside from that, we're going to do this. And then when we're done with this, I'm thinking Wednesday, I've got my protector sheet back here. I also got new paper, which is what I'm doing this on. And it is 80-pound cardstock. Sherry says, yes. Okay. Okay. So there's like a 20-second delay, so I have to wait for it to go through. Okay. So first, we have this one. They were hiding behind a planter today. And then this one, that was him under the plant. Actually, that one's a girl. These are all girls right here. Let's see. Then we have, they were actually playing today. The little black one tackled the striped one. And so they were playing, so that was super cute. And Lozzie, obviously. And then they were all piled behind. So the orange ones and this stripe one really didn't want to come out of the planter today, out from behind. So they were kind of hanging out behind there. And then one of them was chilling in the box. This was this evening. So the ones I just showed you were from this afternoon. These were from this evening. And then the little black one was hiding there. So the ones that found homes is the calico one there, this one here, the calico one, and the little light colored orange one in the bottom right there. The one that wanted the black one and the calico, apparently the husband changed his mind and they didn't want multiples, but there was something really cute about it. So look at the mama's face. Pretty sure the kitten's teeth are coming in. She was a little reluctant today to let them nurse. Like, the reason she's standing is because they had to, like, push their way up underneath of her. So I don't think she's super thrilled that their teeth are coming in. But so far, 2 of them have gone to new homes today. And, yeah, the rest should hopefully go to their new homes later this week. So I know that was a lot. I have a lot of pictures in here. Oh, thanks, Jackie. But yeah, so we have the calico. So the calico and then the little peach one here. I've got the original one with all 4 of them here. Oh, one sec. Let's move this above. There we go. Now you can see. Okay, so the bottom left kind of peach colored one found a home, and the calico one found a home. So those ones, we have 2 stripes and an orange and a black. Or I explained to them that the black one is mine. All right, Lozzie, will you hop that plane, and you are welcome to him. Kittens and stickers. I know, right? It's a good way to start it. But the face on the mama was just cracking me up just because it was just like, I get it. I understand. So anyway, that is, hi Diane. That is the update on, do you have kitten pictures yet? Jackie, I think you're lagging just a little bit. You'll see them. Just hang tight. So that is all the kitten pictures there. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, we're going to work on this picture today. We'll go over how I did a few things with the art markers. So there's that. And then I was thinking for Wednesday, I have printed out all of the pictures from Flourish. And so there's this one here, the pattern. But what I'm thinking that we'll do, because it'll be easier, I'm just going to show them all to you. This one, there's the bird, and then this wreath. I know the paper's not all the same size. I trimmed them around to fit it, and there's that one. But I think what we're going to do on Wednesday is we're going to do this one because we can do little sections, because we're only going to have one day, and then we're going to start our mermaid picture on Friday. So I was thinking this one would be a good one. We could do a couple of these on Wednesday if we don't finish this castle. And honestly, we'll do what we can on the castle. So yeah, Wednesday, we'll probably do this one. So if you want to print this one out, you can go to johannabassford.com/flourish, and we'll do some of these together. The busy one makes my eyes cross. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I'd really have to, oh, looks like I got a ink hiccup there. Maybe I'll reprint this out before Wednesday. I love how the water hits halfway and the scenes above and below the water outstanding. Oh, thanks, Diane. Hi, Christina. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so this one will be Wednesday. johannabassford.com/flourish is where you can find this to print it out. I just printed mine. Wait a minute, Christina Coe. I feel like I know that name. Hang tight. 1 second. No, I can't click on it right now. Let's see. Yeah, Lozzie, I think Jackie's got a little bit of a lag. So Samantha, I got this new paper that I'm really excited about that's working well for the markers. It is a 80-pound cold press paper. Let me look up. I don't have a link. Let me pull it up real quick because it's actually worked out really well for the art markers. Let me pull it up because I wanted to try some of the other stuff. Wish I could remember that now, but this one was available. Because, you know, they've limited what they can ship and run now. What they can ship and whatnot. But this is This is the paper that I got. So it's an 80 pound. You'd have to have a printer that feeds through the back, not one that comes up underneath and feeds like this. So mine feeds in the back, and so it'll go like this. In a regular printer, paper will go like this and curve, and it doesn't curve well because it's so thick. So to print it, you need to have a printer that has a back feeder to it. So just FYI. Aw, thanks, Beth Ann. I'm just lurking as usual because it's 2:40 a.m. and I'm in bed. Sounds good, Ann. But it did work out really well for the art markers. It bled through a little, but I found that the difference between art marker or some paper is that not all papers are created equal when it comes to art markers, because there are some, the way the paper absorbs, it doesn't blend as well. Rosemary says, hi, Ellie, just want to say hi while I'm in high school AP English L. Okay. Well, hopefully not while your teacher is lecturing. Oh, wait, you've probably got online classes. But anyway, this paper, the markers blend really nicely. So anyway, that is the link for the paper that I use. And if I missed anybody coming in, I apologize. Hi, Arnie. Welcome. So anyway, this is what we're going to work on. I've got an extra sheet of paper behind it, just because as you can see, it does bleed through. The more layers you have, the more likely it is to bleed through it. So I'm just protecting my surface. So if you're using the art markers, whether they are Copics or what are the other ones? Ahuhus, I think is what they're called. I can't pronounce it. Or the Arteza art markers. Hi, Nick and Tina. Make sure that you have a sheet of paper behind it just to catch. Oops, was that about the printer feeder? Caught the end of it, clicked on the link. Oh, gotcha. So Samantha, for the paper that I linked, it's an 80-pound cardstock, which is pretty thick. You can hear it just by the sound. Like, for instance, let's see, do I have any of the 65-pound? Anyway, the point is, it's really thick, and so you need a printer that has a back feeder, so it will feed it through the back like this, versus a regular printer where the paper sits in a tray underneath. It's going to come up like this and need to curve. This paper will not work in that kind of printer. You can probably check your settings on your printer to see if it will accept it, but the 80-pound is really only going to work in something that is going to go from the back and just slide through. Anything that's got a curve isn't going to work. But this particular paper is nice and thick and it's smooth, and I haven't had any of it like tearing up, any shredding from any oversaturation. So yeah, I gotta say I am in love with this new paper. Okay, so here is what we are going to do. Let's talk about first what I did for this, and I'm realizing in hindsight I should have printed out. You know what, I'm going to print out another one real quick, a blank one, just so I can show you what I did. Hang tight, 1 second. Yeah, printer's already on. Perfect. Okay, we're going to print out another one here because I want to show you what I did. I honestly meant to before let's see, before stream, but what are you going to do? All right, that is page number 4. Okay. Hang tight. Bear with me for 1 second here. Okay, page number 4. Okay, file print. 1 sec. Okay, I'm gonna print that real quick. All right, so while that is printing, hi Mona, hi Allie. Allie, you missed the kitten pictures already. Oh, sounds good, Nick. Hi Tina. Okay, ignore my printer sounds here. There we go. Okay, so let's see. Thanks, Kimmy. Okay, so other things that we can go over. Let's see. So we'll go over the water. I guess, was it mostly the water? However, you said the rocks. But the rocks were pretty easy. It was just two colors. It wasn't anything fancy. Hi, Priscilla. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, was there anything else about this picture that you all wanted to see how I did it? I can zoom in a little bit. Make sure we're in focus. But I think the water was the biggest thing. Oh, Kitten Pictures, you missed them too? Okay. Okay, we'll just do, well, while we're waiting for that to print, we'll pop up the Kitten Pictures real quick. Just real quick. And then I'll go grab my paper out of the printer. Here we go. I was giggling about the mama picture here because the kittens are getting in their teeth and she seems less than thrilled with the fact that they still want to eat. Alright, let me grab my sheet of paper real quick. Okay. All right. Got a blank one here. The sail on sailboat. Yeah, that turned out real pretty. Kitties! I know, right? They are pretty darn cute. 2 of them went to their new homes today, so the calico and the lighter orange colored one. I did, Kimmy, I did. Yes, I used the Arteza art markers, which is what we're going to use now. And I'm going to show you how I did the water. Okay? I'll take the calico. The rocks, I said, it's the brown part. Oh, you meant this. Sorry, I thought you meant like the little gray rocks. I was like, well, those were pretty simple. They weren't anything too fancy. But you mean the brown. Okay. Are you thinking the brown part above or the brown part below, Ariane? Okay. So we'll put this one right over here, kind of off to the side here. Okay, so colors that I used for this. So I have got the set of 60, but I also, will Tombows work? I'm not sure, Sherry. The ones that you're using, are they alcohol or water-based? Hi, Shannon, thank you. Have to go now, Emily. Just stop by to get a like. Oh, thanks, Nick and Tina. And, well, yeah, Nick and Tina, because you're both watching. Hi, Shannon. So I have got the 60 set of art markers. Have you thought about filming while you color and then posting on YouTube channel? It'd be fun to watch. I have, Allie. But since I do the streaming 3 times a week, I used to do the videos. And there's 2 reasons that I don't record as much now. Reason number 1, to put those videos on my computer and then edit them. Those individual videos take up a lot of space. Now, I bought an external hard drive, but it's just, it fills up a lot of space. And truthfully, the second reason is, honestly, sometimes I just want to color and not think about making sure that I like point out what the color is or you know, making sure my hand's out of the way. Sometimes it's nice to just color because honestly, I watch TV while I do it too. So sometimes I zone out, sometimes I color. Basically, it's just nice to not have to think too much when I color sometimes. And if I'm filming it, I will. So since I do it 3 days a week already, unless I have a real good reason to film it, whether it's a review or it was something someone specifically requested, for the most part, I just do the streaming. I mean, if I'm perfectly honest. Sherry, these are the Arteza art markers. So like this is one set here. These are the portrait tone markers. And then I also have the gray tone markers and then the 60 set. So what this will do is there's like full complete sets that you can use this on if you are interested in them. Let's see, what is the command? I think it's !art marker. Might be it. Maybe not. I know I have a command for it. I do. Because it should pull up. And in fact, I have an active 10% off coupon code right now. I just don't know if they're in stock. Oh, there we go. Art marker 120 or art marker 60. That's what those commands are. So !art marker 120, and that will have all of the markers I'm using today. I just got them in different stages. So art marker 60 is just the 160 count set. But you can use the code Emily Illustrator 7 and that will get you 10% off. These are alcohol-based, Sherry, and so the difference between the alcohol-based and the water-based is their blending capability. The alcohol markers do tend to blend a little bit easier than the water-based markers do, but also you have a thing with bleeding too, so a lot of people don't like to use the alcohol markers in their coloring books. Sounds good, Jackie. So what we are going to use right now, let's see, we used... By we, I mean me. I don't know why I always say we. I just like default to we. Okay, so number 616 from the Portrait Tones. And honestly, I'm just going to say the numbers because if you get the 120 set, you should have all of these. So number 616, which is Lime Froth. Woo! Dropping it. Lime Froth Green. Okay, so that was the main color for the mountain. And then... let's see, we did that color, and then we did for underneath, let's see, there was that slightly lighter brown, I believe it was 621. Okay, sounds good, Sherry. 621, let's see, that is third row, here we go. Okay, 621, which is Rusty Rose. Maybe your bad cat behind TV, sounds good. Sounds good, Ernie. And then we will need, okay, we will need, which one was it? 5948. I think it is, yeah, it's lime green. Okay, so lime green, and then 945, which is Sapphire Yellow. Then 546. Which is apple green. And then I believe, I want to say it was 9426. See, that's the only other downside too, is when I don't write it down when I'm coloring by myself. You know, actually I think 601 is that I have to remember what I used. But I used them a lot, so not as difficult. Well, that was quartz white. I don't think it was 601. I think it was 9426. Yeah, pale peach. 9426. All right. So these are the markers that I used for below the water, and I'm just going to do a small section here to show you what I did. As far as this white line on top of here, because you can see that it's black, I just used a thin Posca pen, just a white one, and I went over it a couple times because the Posca pen ink isn't super thick, so I had to go let it dry and then go over a few layers so I could get a nice solid white line. I don't use Posca pens that much. I don't know if I just am using them wrong or if I have a hard time with them. But okay, so first color that we are going to use to create our underwater mountain effect. You always miss the kitty pigs? We'll show them again, Shannon. We'll show them again. Is the here, let's zoom in so you can see. There we go. 616 Lime Froth Green is what we're going to be using first, okay? So just as a quick reminder, this is what I did, so this is what we are going to create now, okay? So we'll just do a section of it here. Got my... oh no, Emily will have to show them again. What a hardship. I know, right? Oh, darn. Oh, gosh, gee willikers. Okay, so you can use the wider side, but honestly, these spaces aren't that big. So I just use the smaller side of these because we have two sides to this. We have our wide tip angle, and then we have our fine tip over here. And fine tip is relative. It's just the smaller tip one, and I wouldn't say that it's fine. But I haven't had too many issues going in small spaces with it. Okay, so we are just going to start from top to bottom here. Okay. The nice thing about alcohol markers is that they're not super streaky either. So you get a nice smooth, and I'm going over the line a little bit on the bottom, but it's all right. That's right. Yes, we have a new emote. Where is this picture? Brittany Miller, you can find this picture on johannabasford.com/flourish. This is from her new mini book that she released for free because of COVID. So that is where you can find it. Hang on one second. Make that a little bit brighter. Cut down on that shadow just a little bit. There we go. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to do this little space also because I want to show above and below the water. Thank you, Mia. Yeah, that link right there. Johanna released these pictures on Friday. She's not releasing a new book this year, but what she did do is she released a mini book with these pictures for free, which was pretty amazing, considering how much work it is to draw this many pictures. Okay, I know I'm not staying in the lines too much, but I figure this isn't the actual picture. All right. But I hadn't used my art markers that much, but now that I've finally got this good paper, I was like, yeah. Okay. Fill in this little space here too. All right. So we're going to fill in this space here. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. Let's see, make sure it's not too bright. All right. Okay, so then next we are going to grab our, this is 621 Rusty Rose. Okay, 621 Rusty Rose. Again, we're going to use the fine tip. And I just sort of add it along the edge here, where the rocks are kind of overlapping and where they would maybe create a little bit of shadow. And under the flowers, I added a little bit of a shadow also. Bit in this crevice here as well, and a little bit there. Okay, what paper would you recommend for using the Arteza Everblend markers? Brittany, I found a really good 80-pound cold press cardstock that I really like, and that's what I'm using now. If you do have any kind of cardstock, honestly, I would just test it out and see how your markers blend. You want a paper that the absorption is going to make it so that you can blend well. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and grab our 616 again, the Lime Froth Green, the first one that we used. Okay. Oh, yeah, Lozzie, it's got to be the paper for sure. Okay, now we're going to go over what we just did. Okay. See how that just blends with itself. And it will bleed through, so like I said, remember, try to protect your surface. As you can see, I'm going to flip this over so you can see how much this is bleeding through. It's not bleeding through onto my back paper here, but it is bleeding through a little bit, so something to be aware of. So if you're using this in a book, you might want to be a little bit cautious about that. Okay. Oh, and over here. Okay. All right, now what we're going to go ahead and do is we are going to do this part here under the water, okay? Markers I have are eternally banished to the drawer of shame. Oh no, Lozzie, what markers do you have? Okay, so we are going to go ahead and use 546 apple green first. Okay, 546 apple green. Okay. Now it's going to look pretty dark when we do it, all right? So just bear with me here. I want to make sure I'm using the right one too. I'm trying to remember. You know, we're going to start slow. I'm not going to use that green yet because I want to make sure that I'm doing the right one. At the very least, we're going to grab A5959, which is pale green. And then I remembered we also need to grab Arctic Blue, which is number 268. Okay, so we're actually going to start with pale green first. All right, and here's what we're going to do. Okay, you can see the waves of the water where it goes up, down, up, down, up, down. And you kind of use that as a guideline a little bit, okay? Yeah, this was the right one. We want to use this one. Okay, so we're going to use little dots here. Okay, some are a little longer than others. Some just go straight across the top. Yeah, that darker green would have been a mistake. That's not what I used. Okay. Okay. So there's those little dots, and remember this was the 5959 pale green. There we go, 5959 pale green. And excuse my shakiness. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but I shake a lot as it is. It's just how my hands work. Your markers are banished too? Oh no. The Spectrum, oh hi Zealy. The Spectrum Noir, Colorista, and Aqua markers. I have not tried those. Of course, I haven't tried many alcohol markers. I found like a generic brand at Hobby Lobby once, and then these, but these are the only ones that I've ever owned. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and grab our 5948 lime green. We're gonna do the same thing. Okay, little dots. Okay, so little dots there. Then we're going to grab our 945 Sapphire Yellow. Printer's open. Just push in the black thing. Sorry, chat, 1 second. There you go. Now close the lid. Now you can open it. Sorry, chat. My printer's right by the door. My husband opened the door and hit the printer.
Sorry, chat.
All right. So now we're going to go ahead and use yellow. The Sapphire Yellow. Yeah, that's...
Okay. Come on, Judy. Come on. Not food time yet.
Okay. Alright, so you're going to use those yellow ones there. Hi, Galena. Welcome. I tried markers once, not for me. I think it's just, you know, it has to be the right kind of markers, you know? Alright, so next we're going to go ahead and use now our pale peach. It is 9426. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to try and kind of soften this out a little bit. And we're just going to go over the whole thing. Okay. Just a little bit. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our Arctic Blue, which is number 268. That was the wrong side. Okay, we're going to take some of that Arctic Blue and we're going to kind of add some on the top here. Not real heavy. Okay, a little bit there. Okay, a little bit of blue there. Okay. Then you could, if you want to, you have the tripless fine liners and ruined a page with them. Oh no, like the Staedtler tripless fine liners, Jackie? Oh, Sherry, water-based, big difference. Oh yeah, most definitely. The water, yeah, the water and the alcohol markers are way different. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and grab our lime froth green again. Okay, and you can kind of go here near the top, in the corners a little bit. Okay, a bit right there, a bit there. Okay, let's see. I mean, that's essentially, I think I might have spent, looks like I used a little bit more of the blue here. So we'll grab our Arctic Blue again and just few little streaks down. The idea is to make it, you know, you're looking at it through the water, so you want it to be a bit more blue than obviously your upper layer. Okay, we're gonna put these side by side. I think I might have spent a little bit longer. Look at Emily creating magic and making it look like a piece of cake. Oh my goodness. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so you can see that's kind of essentially what we did. We used lots of layers and everything. I don't know about you ladies, but I get mesmerized just watching it color. It's so therapeutic for me. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm glad, Caitlin. I want some cake. Jealous? Me? Nope. Oh my gosh, you ladies are hilarious. Okay, so then for the top part, if you want it to look a little bit different, we are going to grab this here, which is our Rusty Rose. Okay, and so we are, let's see, it looks like I used a little bit of yellow here, so we're going to go ahead and do that actually. So we're going to grab our Sapphire Yellow, all right, because the idea was, you know, it isn't a clean break between the algae and knot. So I used a little bit of the Sapphire Yellow here. Okay, just a little bit. Same thing with a little bit of the lime green. Zoom in a little bit. Thanks, Jackie. Could you get the same effect with similar color pencils? Oh, most definitely, Aspie. In fact, we have a little bit of space. I'll grab some pencils I have in hand. I'll show you how you could do it with pencils. Okay, so we have the lime green, just a tiny bit. Okay, not much. Not much. Okay, because then we are going to take our pale peach here, the 9426. Okay, and we're going to use that to kind of thin out the color a little bit and blend it. And when, because I'm pressing a little bit harder, and this is when it'll start to soak through on the other side, and I'll show you that by, let's flip it over. Right now I want a very chocolate cheesecake with cherries and strawberries on top. Oh my goodness, that sounds delicious. Okay, so this line right here is where we did the yellow, and because I pressed harder and added more ink, that's where it's starting to soak through. So the more layers you add, the more it will soak through. Just something to keep in mind. Okay, so this is where we're going to grab our Rusty Rose, the 621. Okay, and we'll just add a little bit above the water line because you want it to be different than what's below. A little bit on these flowers here. You don't want to choose any colors that are too stark because then you're going to have a harder time blending them. So you don't want to choose like this and then a really dark brown because it's going to be a lot harder to blend that in. I mean, you know, art markers are good for blending, but you know, they only have a certain amount of superpowers when it comes to blending. So the idea behind this, like, let's just pretend that's the edge of the thing, of the rocks. The idea behind it is to make this look a different shade than what is underneath. All right, so now we're going to grab our lime froth green again to help blend this in. Okay, then if you want, you can even grab, so the Arteza art markers come with a blender pen. I don't use it too often because it can really tend to, I would never guess what color to use the effect of the water. Yeah, no problem. Trick with colored pencils is light layers. Yes, Galena, yes. Because it will thin out the ink, and so you'll end up with kind of this whitish streak, but just a little bit if you wanted to blend it there. And really, I mean, just get yourself a scrap piece of paper and just play with it. Yeah, see, that's not doing as well as I would have liked. Let's grab our pale peach. It's a little bit better. But that's essentially what it was. So you get your above and your below. So like you could even grab your Arctic blue again. Not that side. I keep opening the wrong side. And you're going to have other blue stuff around here too. So that's going to make the blue on the rocks stand out a little bit more. So let's zoom out here so you can see kind of how that worked out. And you just put, for me, I put like the algae looking stuff all along the edges. So, you know, along the sides of the rocks here, I would put it here, along here, underneath this water line, anywhere where the top of a rock is. So, you know, we've got top here, here, under the waterline here, all along there. I did some on the side. But you can see it's all just like those little dots, and then it's just a matter of blending. But you can tell on the back here where I blended heavier. So like this is where all those green dots are. So same thing up here. You can see that's where I added more and more layers. Okay. All right. So that is that. Let's go ahead before we move on to the actual picture. Let's set these aside. Let me grab what pencils I have here, and we will do a similar effect with some pencils. Let's see. What do I have available that would work? You know what? Let's just grab our Ergosofts. Let's just grab our Ergosofts. I've got this roll right here. And it'll be nice because you can see how to do it with a smaller amount of pencils. Okay, so let's grab... I do wish, though, that Ergosoft had some better browns. That's for sure. Let's go ahead and grab our 73, number 16. So it's not going to be the exact same colors. Oh, thanks, Caitlin. It's not going to be the exact same colors because you're working with a different color set. I don't have any like beiges in this, but we're gonna make it work with these colors that we have. Okay. Let's see. Let's grab this one here. And I think that should be all we need. I think so. We'll grab this brown just in case. But I think that should be all we need. Oh, right, the water. Yes, Sherry. Yeah, sorry. We'll go back and do the water too. All right. So let's just do this section here. Lozzie, I haven't actually got them yet. The picture I did with the polys before was with my regular 24 set. So I only used about, how many? It was less than 20 colors on those ones. I think I listed them somewhere in some other Facebook group. But yeah, that was just with my 24 set. I have not gotten the full set yet. The full set will hopefully be here. It's supposed to be back in stock on May 6th, so it'll hopefully be here, you know, if I'm lucky, before mid-May. So I got a couple weeks still before they show up. All right, so let's go ahead and let's start with number 73. Oop. There we go, number 73 in the Ergosoft, okay? Now we're gonna try and do something somewhat similar to what we did with markers, okay? So we wanna create those little shadow areas, so we'll start out heavier and then go lighter. So like I said, it's not gonna be exact, but it'll be the same kind of effect and idea if you were doing this with pencils. And really, you could choose any of your own colors. Mostly, you know, you want to just choose a range of browns for your shading, and then, you know, some greens, and you know, at least one blue. I've got kind of an aqua that'll work for this. Yeah, I think it'll be great. It's funny, though, maybe it's just because I was using a smaller set, or maybe it's just because I use Ergosofts all the time, but I realized how much I default to almost a rainbow color scheme. Ergosoft, yeah, Caitlin, I'm using Ergosoft right now, to a rainbowy color scheme, because despite the fact that I was using Faber-Castells, it still came out very rainbowy. In fact, I had somebody say that they thought that I had used Ergosofts on it until they looked at the label. All right, now I'm going to use number 16. I guess I can move that over a little bit, huh? Now, Ergosofts, like I said, they don't really have a beige, so it's not going to be the same shade of brown. Okay. Put a yellow. All right, we're going to continue it down just this way real quick. We'll stop at like this line here because I don't want to do too much space. It'll take a little too long. But this way you can see how to do this particular technique. So let's just pretend the mountain ends here, okay? Hi, Katrina! I know the title says markers. We're just testing out some pencils to see if we can get the same effect that I did with the markers. So bear with me. Okay, then back to number 16. I know I'm not super going, following in the lines as far as the coral and the seaweed are concerned, but this is just a test. This is just a test. Okay. Same thing here. Okay. Then we'll use number 10. Yeah, I'm just sort of going over this coral now. I've thrown in the towel. We might as well. But you'll get the idea. Okay. So that's essentially the brown layer. Like I said, there's no beiges in Ergosoft. So now I grabbed this other brown here, this number 76, teeny tiny. But if you wanted to, you could add a little bit of this brown in the corners to create a bit more of a shadowed effect. Okay. All right, now for the kind of seaweed and underwater kind of deal. Thanks, Katrina. They're not here yet. I ordered them, but they're not here yet. I had used the polys that I had, which was just a 24 set on the previous picture. But yeah, hopefully they'll be here soon. Okay, so now we're going to grab number 57. Okay. And we are just going to add this right along the edge here. See, and using pencils, depending on how many layers you put, you're just going to get a little bit more of a subtle effect. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. I mean, obviously something like Prismacolors would probably lay down a lot more pigment than the Ergosoft, and it has a lot to do with, you know, how much you're pressing, that kind of stuff. All right, now we're going to go ahead and grab our number 56. Kind of continue that down a little bit. My phone needs to go on silent, not on vibrate. There we go. Thanks, Katrina. All right, now we're going to go ahead and grab actually our number 50. You'd think I'd have all these numbers memorized by now. Okay, I'm going to press just a little bit harder at the top, not much. Kind of do these little zigzag trails a little bit. Okay. Then we're going to grab our number 35. It's kind of like the aqua color of the Ergosofts. Okay, we're adding a little bit of that blue color here. Just little flicks down. Okay. Okay, so that's basically it. I mean, you can always go back. Well, I guess we need to add a little bit of, you could add a bit more yellow here. Or since we already used yellow as the highlight, you can also grab the 56 to add a little bit of that green up on the other side. So that, you know, the algae doesn't really stop short. And then, let's see, do I have, make sure I don't pull the cord out here. Hang on. There we go. Okay, so this is the Posca pen that I used. There are 3 sizes of the Posca pens. Hang tight 1 second. I'm going to do this without pulling out the camera cord here. There we go. Okay, so there's 3 different sizes of the Posca pens. This is the large one. Okay, large, medium, small. Okay. Can I see the front of that book? Katrina, this isn't a book. Actually, this is, go to johannabasford.com/flourish, and you can find this there. This is a free download that she released on Friday. Hi, Cheryl. But you can print out your own for free. Like I said, yeah, at johannabasford.com/flourish. Okay, so we're going to use the smallest one. I don't know if everybody's seen all 3 of these, but you can see the size difference in them. Let's see. Oof. Okay, there we go. All right. Let's see if you can. There we go. All right. There we go. Okay, so this is the one that I used on it, and then you have some wider nibs as well. Okay? And they have like sets of these in different colors and whatnot. Let's see, which cap went to what here? Is that right? I don't know. I don't know if that's right. I'm getting my caps mixed up. Yeah, I'm going to say it just like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, and we'll do it's the same thing that I would do for the water, but what I did for this, you can see it's not, whoa, you can't see anything. It's blurry. Fix that. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good, Nicotina. So what I did, because you can see it's slightly see-through, is I just went along this line. Get that little flick up. Okay. Then once it dried, I went over it again. Anyway, I did this a few times until I was satisfied with the level of white that was left over that black line, because the whole idea was I wanted to cover that. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's basically what I did there. Now let's do our water section real quick so you can see how I did that, all right? Now, we're only going to do a small section of it, only because my Arctic Blue, actually, I've used this a lot, and it's starting to dry out. I ordered some new ones, which will be here at some point. But we'll do just a small section here so you can kind of see how we did that, okay? So, I'm nodding off, so it's time for sleep, sadly. Lovely coloring. Thank you, Lozzie. Get some rest. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Okay, so what we're going to be taking a look at here is the water. It's fairly simple. It was just a few colors, so I'm going to grab those out real quick, and then I'll show you how we did the water, okay? Let's get this in focus here. All right, there we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and use Arctic Blue 268, okay? Fill this in first. It might look a little bit streakier to you, but like I said, it's just because this one's running out of ink a little bit. Probably one of the markers I use the most. Alright, we're just going to do this section here. Bye, Lozzie! Okay, and then, if I remember correctly, here's my color chart. No, not the microwave! We are going to grab 266, which is Sky Blue. Okay, and then also we used, actually I think that might have been it, just the Sky Blue. It really wasn't too much, to be perfectly honest. Okay, so Sky Blue now. Okay, a little bit there. Gonna go right across the top. Just like so. We'll pretend this is the end like we did over there. Okay. You could put a little bit there if you wanted to. Okay, a little bit there. Not much, a little bit there. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and grab our Arctic Blue again. And this is when we start to blend. Okay. And there you have it. It was literally just 2 markers. Here, this is a little bit bright. Let's turn that down. You can see it a little bit better. There you go. There we are. let's see. So that's the darker blue on top. Yeah, Sherry. So it was literally just these two. And it was Arctic blue followed by sky blue. So number 268 and 266. That was literally all it was. It's pretty simple. Once you get them blending, you can see here on the back, it bled through a little bit, but really not too much. Can the Artezas be replaced open stock or refilled? As far as I know, they can't be refilled. They do have open stock, and they come in sets of 4 markers. I kind of wish they sold singles, but they don't. They just sell 4 markers at a time. So my replacement getting here will be 4 of the Arctic Blue, which I'm really not too upset about because honestly, I use it a lot. Okay, cool. Sounds good, Sherry. Yeah, just don't choose anything that's too starkly different. So you can see on here. So let's see, what is it? Honestly, I think my colors in my swatch book have faded a little bit, but these were essentially the colors that I used here, 268 and 266. So yeah, the colors are a little faded, but it's essentially all I used. I wouldn't use something like 268 and 8270. Those are just too different. But yeah, so yeah, you can order replacements, but okay. So there we have it. That's kind of how, obviously I spent a little bit more time on, there we go, on my actual page that I was working on, but that's essentially, it gives you the basics. You know, you can always toy with it, play with it, add a few more layers, blend a little bit more. You know, they're print, you can print them out. So print yourself out a practice sheet or something, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's that. All right, well, why don't you join me now and we will finish up this page. We got a little bit more left to do. I have a few more of these things to fill in, and then we're going to do the background. I don't know that I'll do markers with the background. I think we're going to do pastels with the background because it's such a big space. It looks like, you know, there was a lot here, but honestly, like, all of this was the kind of brown color. All of this was blue. I guess it's kind of hard to see the blue on there. We may go over this water just a little bit more to darken it up. But yeah, I think we're going to do pastels, and I'm thinking that it'll be night because we've got the stars, so we're going to do like some dark blues or dark blues up here, fade down to like some pinks or something. How much are those markers for the 60 set? Caitlin, you can type in here, ! art marker 60. There. And then I also have an active coupon code because I also have metallic paints. Oh, I need to make a command for that. I reviewed some metallic paints, but you can use Emily Illustrator 7 for a 10% off coupon code right now as well. But there's that link for those markers there. And then you can also do, oh, for the 60 set. Okay, yeah, because there was also the 120 set, our marker 120. I'm not quite sure if they're in stock right now or not. I haven't checked. I know that there are some things that are out of stock, but you can get those there. Thanks, Beth Ann. Okay, so let's finish up these little guys down here at the bottom. Okay, I also used a little bit of gel pen in some places, like here, where I didn't, you know, have that much room to work with. But we're going to get these guys done right now. So let's grab, we're going to use 5959 pale green. Okay. Well, it's Monday. Let's see. How is everybody's Monday so far? We had kids' school stuff today. Day was kind of occupied with getting those kittens off to their new homes. Hi, Kangaroo Babe, which reminds me, Shannon, are you here still? Shannon, if you're here, I'll pop up the kitten pictures for you real quick. There we go. All right, we're going to do that green there. And then we're going to use number 546 apple green. Okay, a little bit there. It's a little bit harder when you have smaller spaces, but you can make it work. Here we go. using number 5959 again, pale green. And if you want to create a little bit extra highlight, you can grab your blender, which is just A0. Put that down there. There you go. A0. Okay. Put it on the side there. It's not much. It's a little subtle, but it helps on some level. We could grab our... How are the kiddos doing? They're doing pretty good. They're adjusting. Truth be told, my youngest was a little sad the kittens were going off to their new home. I'm using Sapphire Yellow now. But I explained to him that that's a good thing. I said, otherwise the kitties are going to have to live outside or go to a shelter. I was just like, it's better that they find a new home. And he's struggling. It's not like we could keep them, but... I was shocked to forgot at me. It's already Tuesday. Oh, gotcha. It's already Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, I'm not quite... Well, actually, I'm okay with the week getting through. If it goes fast. I have more homework to do for my kiddo, but... okay, I'm going to use the green Sleechy metallic gel pen. Just for this middle here. There we go. But yeah, they're doing well. They're doing real good. Okay, so there's that green there. Okay, now up here I did some coral, which there's some couple coral pieces here, so we're going to grab, it is, where's our color chart? We need our color chart. I know, right? They're adorable. Okay, this is on the skin tone set. We need number 489. Is that what it is? Or did we use, we might have used 9425. Well, either way, let's use 9425 now. Okay, so that's peach, 9425. We're gonna, it's not quite the same, but it's all right. Nothing that says all coral has to be exactly the same. There we go. All right. And then we're going to use 914, which is here. 914. Okay. 914. Just a little bit on these corners. Okay. A little bit there, really nothing too fancy, especially when it's this small. You can zoom out a little bit. That way we can see the whole thing and we don't have to move back and forth. All right, these fish, we're gonna start with yellow. We're gonna use Sapphire Yellow. Okay, first I'm just gonna cover the whole thing in yellow. Not gonna lie, it bothers me a little bit that the fish's tail got cut off. I was almost tempted to draw it in myself. But I just rolled with it. Alright, yellow there. Then we are going to grab our, let's see, 607 and 9425. 607 and 9425. Okay. 9425, which is peach, and 607, 608, hang tight, 609, 606, 608, 607, marmalade orange. Exactly, it'll be special, like Nemo. Just like... There we go. Ha! Fish in a bag! Okay, so we're gonna get marmalade orange. Okay. go. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and grab number 9425 Peach. Okay. Kind of blend that edge there. And I'm doing these in just thin lines and not coloring more because we're going to need a little bit of the extra space on the fish to blend. I did. I might have. Aw, thanks, Donna. Okay, and then Sapphire Yellow. We're going to blend over this orange. See, when you choose colors that are somewhat similar to it, you can get that softer blend throughout. That's one of the other reasons why it's so important to have good paper to do this on, because otherwise, crunchy, I know, right? Which is funny because, you know, I don't like sushi. Well, okay, let me clarify. I have never had sushi. A goldfish, exactly. We've got our handy little emotes right there. Okay, so technically, I suppose I've never actually had sushi. But part of it is I grew up a fisherman's daughter, and I do not like the idea of eating raw fish. So I know they have some that's cooked and everything, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I just can't do it. All right, we are going to go ahead and actually use Sapphire Yellow again on this over here, okay? Okay, then we're going to use lime green. Just like so. Okay, then we're going to use Sapphire Yellow again. Bring that out. You can tell I'm pressing harder when you hear actual marker sounds on the paper. Okay, but then I also want to grab, let's see, which one? I have two peaches. That's funny. And I have them both out. You have? It's gross? Alright, nice to know I'm not missing anything. Alright, we're going to grab Lime Froth Green, which is the same color that I used on the back of the mountains here. Just a little bit at the bottom. There we go. Now, I feel like that yellow is a little too bright. Hi, Vivian. Welcome. So we're going to use our blender, which will help take out some of that brightness. And I am pressing a little bit harder. Let's see, do I still have, oh, for some reason I moved my undersheet. I realized that once I'm hearing me press hard. Here we go. Forgot to keep my other sheet under there. Hi, Barbara, thank you. There you go, because that is definitely, let's see, did it get through it all? Tiny bit. Yeah, you can see that yellow is definitely soaking through. So I want to make sure that I've got my sheet underneath here. All right, where were we? I was smothering these leaves. That's what I was doing. Okay. All right, now we're going to grab that Lime Froth Green again. Okay. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and use color chart here. Thanks, Kangaroo Babe. We're going to use 2497. Hi, SpongeBob. 2497. Where is it? Oh, right. It's that one that almost looks orangey. Okay. So 2497. Apricot. Okay. Oops, I went out of the line a little bit there. Oh well. Olive. Okay. And we're going to grab Muted Rose, number 614. again. Ah, why do I keep doing that? Okay, then we'll just grab 2497 again. There we go. All right. All right, now we're gonna grab I was supposed to say apple green. Apple green 546. Should draw a little SpongeBob in there. It might be. Oh, you know what? I grabbed too dark green. Oh well, we're gonna roll with it. There you go. Okay, I grabbed the wrong one anyway, but we're gonna make it work. All right, pale green 5959. Yeah, that works. I'm gonna leave a little bit on the edge there. Okay. Then I'm gonna grab the blender. My dog just went to war with not one, but two sides of the fence. Oh my goodness. Sounds like entertainment to me. All right, this is pale peach. There we go. A little bit of that. Okay, we're gonna take our metallic green, fill that in right there. Okay. I want to grab the metallic silver. His pet was a snail. Oh, because of... Oh, was there a snail in this one? Oh, no. Yeah, I know who SpongeBob is. Alright. Silver, 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 silver. We're just filling in these tiny rocks with the Sleechy metallic gel pen. There we go. Alright, let's see. That's it on that side. Let's slide it on over and let's grab our 5959. Fill this in here. Okay. Then we're gonna grab lime green. There we go. And we're gonna grab our 546. Just a tiny bit at the bottom there. Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to grab our muted rose pink. Just on one side. Okay. Then we're going to grab our pale peach again. Oh, because her name is SpongeBob. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here thinking about it. This is yeah. I was saying SpongeBob and a turtle because those are my, yeah. See, I caught that right before you said that. Sometimes my brain needs a little bit of time to catch up. It's Monday. I'll blame it for the fact that it's Monday. Literally, I was sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, oh wait, that makes sense. Alright. Now we're going to grab the muted pink rose again. Just a tiny bit. Okay. Alright. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my brown Sleechy metallic gel pen, and I'm just going to fill this one in. Okay, there we go. And actually I'm also going to take the brown Sleechy and go over the fish's black lines here. we go. That's better. Those little emojis all the time. Oh, for SpongeBob and Turtles. Gotcha. I had a quick peek at the Arteza pens. Alcohol-based, smell gives me migraines. Can you recommend water-based blendable markers? Water-based blendable markers. Yeah, Tombos aren't bad. I will just say anything of the water-based, it's just going to take some practice. If you're talking large spaces, I'm not entirely positive, but I do know that the Staedtler fine liners, I like those quite a bit. I like the ink conic Artezas, but I find that they're a little juicy, and so if you don't have the right paper, it could probably tear it up fairly easily. Okay, so I do want to add a little bit more to the water. Let's see. Are the Ohuhu water-based, SpongeBob? Okay. So I'm going to grab my Arctic Blue here. Arctic Blue? Yeah, Arctic Blue. Wrong side again. Dang it, I keep opening the wrong side. Like I said, this one's kind of running out of ink a little bit, but I do want to try and add a little bit more. It's subtle though. Oh, the Arteza Real Brush pens. I will be checking those out hopefully here soon. I'm going to get some of those later this week. I'm curious about them. So I will report back and let you know about the Arteza brush pens. I will say these ones do have a scent, but it's not overly powerful. I mean, I can smell something to be sure, but here we go. I'm going to turn this down a little bit because it's not as bright as it really is. There you go. It's a bit more realistic. But if you're sensitive to these, you could definitely smell them, I'm sure. Okay. Over here, I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay. All right, I think I'm happy with that water now. All right, let's zoom on out. Okay, so all of that is done. We need to come over here and do the boat, and then we'll do the boat, then we'll do the flags, and then we'll be ready for, and by boat, I just mean these little vessels, these little vessels, and then we'll do the flags, and then we'll do the pastels, and then we'll do these stars last. Did you use a gel pen or something to make the waterline popped? I used the white Posca pen for the waterline. I did a couple layers of it, but yes, I did the last one. I saw some things about this illustration. For example, the stars next to the castle could be night in this picture. Yes, I am planning on doing night. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pastels, and I'll do darker blue up at the top. Use the darkest blue one that I have, and then I'm going to have it fade on down to like a pink, I believe. So yeah, it'll go pink at the bottom, like it's, you know, almost nearly sunset. I guess it could be more orange, but I had pink in my head, and then we'll have a darker blue at top so that the stars can pop, and I'll probably use a gel pen for the stars and the little twinkles as well. All right, so we're gonna do these little vessels right here. We'll probably just do some grays. Let's double check my chart here. And the little lantern on the boat, yeah. Okay, so let's grab. Actually, let's do 551 and 151. Let's see. It's kind of cool you guys get to see me at the end of the picture. Okay, so 551 is the lighter colored one. All right. Let's see, are we in frame? Yes, we are. Okay, make sure that's in focus. Aw, thanks, Donna. Okay. That was 551 Sage Green. And then 151 Cloudy Gray is what we're going to use now. Actually, let's also grab 155. Just a little bit. Okay, then go back to 151. Bit. Okay, and then back to 551. There we go. Just want to make sure we leave enough space so that you can see a little bit of a highlight on there. Okay, let's see. I think that might be everything there. Let's zoom on out. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, the flags. The flags, that's what we were going to do. Okay. So we're actually going to use some of the ones we were using here for the grays. Koala gray. Which one is the darker one? Talk to myself a lot. 155. Okay. Wrong side. Okay. And then 151. I just wish I had a photographic memory so I could remember all your tips and tricks for coloring. I get to a point and stop and say to myself, now what did she do on this? Well, you know, Donnie, you can always feel free to message me too. I am just fine with that. There we go. That's good enough there. That's good enough there. All right, now let's go ahead and grab this here. Actually, what do we want? We want, let's do 8276. 276. Here we are. Okay, 8276 here. And there. And there. Okay. Then we are going to grab our sky blue. I'm going to go over that 8276 too, because it kind of helps to blend it. Okay. Followed by the Arctic blue Anytime I do like crochet tutorials, like I always have to pause it and like go back 1,000 times if I'm trying to learn a new stitch. Plus it's nice because then I can like take it really slow and see how they're moving the string and the yarn. I'm like, okay, now that went in front of that, and that went behind that, okay. There we go. Imagine the time that it takes, you're coloring along and then boom, stuck. Yeah, that's fair. I just sped past the unimportant part. Aw, thanks, Donna. Alright, let's zoom out. Okay, I think we're pretty much good on all of that. In fact, we might be done with the markers now. Because now we're going to do pastels. Okay. I do, Sherry, I do. When I have extra time, so I don't do it as often, but I'll do like washcloths as gifts and stuff. Nothing fancy. I mean, when my daughter, when I was pregnant with her, I crocheted her a baby sweater. So I can do the more complicated stuff if I need to. I just don't that often. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, we're going to use the Pebbles chalks here. Which is what I have. And we got a pretty wide range. Oh, come on, open. Wide range of colors here. So they don't have names for colors, but they do have, you can get the idea, you know, just kind of choose a dark blue, that kind of thing. All right, are we zoomed all the way out? Yeah, pretty close. Let's move this down. Maybe we can move this back a little bit. There we go. Okay, make sure I'm not pushing any keys here. All right, so here is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and start at the top and work our way down. But there's something that we are going to do first. All right, let me grab a piece of paper here. Hang on. Let's see. Dropping papers. Okay, cool. This is a regular piece of paper. All right, we're gonna get a piece of paper. One of the streams, I just stumbled on this one looking for something to fill my morning as I am alone. Oh, yeah. Kangaroo Babe, as long as there are no extenuating circumstances, because I have 2 children that tend to make things unexpected happen. Usually I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8:30 p.m. Central U.S. time. So, like, for me right now, it is 9:59. Let's see. Scissors. Where are my scissors? Oh, here they are. Well, these are my sewing scissors, but I'll forgive myself. Husband, if you're watching, just because I'm doing this doesn't mean you can. No, he's pretty good with my sewing scissors. Me crochet took a class a long time ago, but never got to finish as my... Oh, I'm so sorry, Donna. So I really never really got into it. My stepdaughter does amazing work in crochet. I've won many first places. That's awesome. Okay, so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to go ahead and get this piece of paper. We're going to go ahead, cut off a piece like so. All right. And then here's what we're going to do, because we're going to be creating sort of like clouds. Okay. And I've done this before in the streams, but if you're new here, this will be a new technique for you. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I am just going to cut different shapes. Took class when I was 24. I'm now 74. Don't think I can remember much. Oh goodness. Might be a little while ago. I know a lot of the basic stuff. Nothing too fancy. Enough that I can, you know, crochet scarves and gifts and whatnot. Okay, some of these aren't perfectly round. I'll fix them here when we get to the end. I tend to shake a little bit, so that can sometimes mess with things. It makes it really interesting when I paint my nails. Bad, I know. They're the sewing scissors. I shouldn't be using the sewing scissors to cut this. Okay. All right. This is what we have here. Okay? And you can see a little bit more. All these little bumps and lumps here. Okay. Let's slide this down now. This is going to go here. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to do it straight like that, or should I have done it curved? Now I'm wondering if I should have done this curve. One sec. We might change our mind a little bit here. There we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Bear with me here. Sometimes change my mind for what I want to do. All right, there we go. Now having two of them might not actually be a bad thing. Let's start with the curved one first. Okay. So we are going to do it like so. All right, we're going to choose our darkest color we have here. I have this handy little tool that comes with the Pebbles chalks. Mine was a little loose when I got it. This little thing could come out from the handle, but I just super glued it in, and that solved that problem. Okay. Let's see. All right. So, and then it's got all these little puff balls in here. So we're gonna grab one of these, and it's nice for this because it just pinches it like so. And it makes it so that you don't have to, you know, worry about holding it. Okay, so we're going to go with this dark blue here. You can see we've got a whole range of blues and purples. What is this set again? This is the Pebbles Classic Chalks 30 Basic Bright Set. And I wonder, I think I've got a command for it. Let's see. Chalk. Maybe I don't. No, I guess I don't have a command for it. I usually do. It's got a link with it, but perhaps not this time. Anyway, they're just Pebbles chalks. She's got cool stuff. I need that. Oh, thanks, Caitlin. I got these ones ages ago. Gosh, I've had them for at least 5 years. It's super handy. Okay. So we've got our little cloud shape here. Sticks and pencils, but not pan. So, Sherry, one of the things you can do, you can still do this technique with that. And let me grab it because I also have sticks. All you need, okay, so I've got these. All you need is an X-Acto knife, and you just gently shave this off into a powder onto a piece of paper. Then you can take a cotton ball or the little puffs. So, let me see, do I have... Ah, I do. I've got an X-Acto knife here. And a piece of paper. Okay, now I'm not going to use this particular color, but I'll show you as an example. Okay, so you've got your stick. Reminds me of something else to do with an insect. Oh, I don't know. Okay, so you take your X-Acto knife. And very carefully, you don't jab it in because you don't really want chunks. What you're hoping for is powder. So here, let's zoom in here a little bit. Okay. All right, so you take your stick. You can even put it like this so you don't chop away at it. And you gently just slide it along so you get a little bit of powder on the paper. Tap, tap, tap it off. Okay. Oh gosh, I spent too much time outside today. I'm telling you, springtime is the worst. My nose will not stop running. Okay. Okay, I'm about 13 hours ahead of you. It's 11 a.m. Tuesday morning for me. Ah, yeah, it's 10 p.m. here. Okay. So then you get cotton ball or this little thing, whatever you use, but cotton balls, I guess more people have. Okay. Spread it around. Now you've got some on the bottom. Okay. So say you were doing this technique. Oh gosh, I don't know. Gosh, I hope they're not. Oof. I don't know. I think those things gross me out. Okay. So then you take the clouds. Like so. Okay, that's essentially what you're going to be doing. So you can do it with sticks too. You just need an X-Acto knife. I just deal with the Pebbles chalks because they're easier and a little bit less messy. So just be aware of where you're blowing your stuff off. Okay, so we're going to be using, let's zoom back out here because you're going to want to see the whole thing here. Okay. So We've got our curved kind of cloud shapes here. It's hard to see now, but you'll see it as soon as we get larger, okay? So now we're going to take our dark blue. Make sure we got plenty on here. These are definitely a bit harder of a chalk than like pastels are. You're probably going to get more powder off with pastels. Okay. I'm just going in little circles here. Careful not to move the paper because you don't want to, think of it as a stencil. Okay. But you can just find the Pebbles chalks on Amazon as well. I couldn't tell you if they're out of stock at the moment. I mean, I know Amazon's out of stock a lot of stuff. Okay. No, not at all. These are still very dry. Think of it, Cherry, I mean, because they're Pebbles chalks. So imagine it like chalk from, you know, that you would write on an old school blackboard versus something softer like pastel. It's just a, I guess maybe more compressed, I suppose would be a good term. My fingers look all broken the way I'm holding it. That's weird. Oh well. Okay, so now I'm going to take this cotton ball and I'm going to smooth it just a little bit. Okay. Careful not to bend the paper like I just did. Okay. All right, now what you can do is you can gently take your cotton ball to kind of soften the edge a little bit. You're not pressing hard. You're just gently smoothing out that edge. Okay? Gosh, it looks so much brighter than it actually is in real life just because this light is... Ugh, go away, light. Okay, that's a little bit more. You need a fixative with pebble chalk? You can. It depends on how much you plan on handling your picture afterwards. I mean, for me, I have a tendency when my picture is done, I photograph it and I put it in a drawer, but you definitely can. You could use like a standard, you know, art fixative, or you could use like an aerosol spray, like a hairspray. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna move it and I'm gonna angle it just a little bit so it's a little bit different. Okay. And you can shift it so maybe things don't add up. And you can cut yourself a few of these so that not all the cloud shapes are the same. Okay, so we're going to tilt this a little bit. And we are going to use, we're going to go ahead and use this same blue. Actually, no, you know what? We're going to use this slightly lighter blue up above. Okay. Let's make sure we get plenty of that on there. Okay, oh, moved it a little bit. Not too much of a difference between the two. There's a slight difference, but don't worry about going over those stars. We're going to do gel pen on those, okay? Get a little bit more. Oh, thank you for that, Shannon. Ah, perhaps. Soften that edge a little bit. Okay. Now if we want, we can take this one. No, because I guess I'm going for a curve. Okay, so if you wanted to flip it over too, I'm going to take this and I'm going to rub it on my pant here just to get any loose stuff off. But now I'm going to flip it over and we're going to do a little bit of this here. Okay. Same thing with the slightly lighter blue. Okay. And you can also mix it up with some other colors if you want. Let's grab this other puff here. Boop. Actually, maybe we're not going to mix it up quite yet. I want to do another one of that darker blue. So we're going to grab, actually we're going to flip this over again. Okay. I'm going to put this one like so. We're going to grab that darker blue again. Okay. Now, if you end up going over your colored areas and you want to lift that off, I'll show you what you can do here in just a second. Okay, so like we're going over that flag a little bit. Now, because we're using marker, it won't, this will work well for it because I won't be picking up any pencil pigment. But one of the things you can do, first let's smooth this out. Okay, one of the things that you can do is grab something like a kneaded eraser. Like this. Okay. Now there's not much on it right now, but this will essentially show you what you do. Be careful with this if you're going over pencil and not marker because you will lift some of the penguin off. Okay, but you can take your kneaded eraser and get it to a nice little point. You're not going to press it hard because you really don't need much to do it, but you're just going to gently tap your space here that had your previous color. I don't know if you can see because it was just a tiny little bit, but a little bit of blue came up on that. Okay, now these big ones, if you've got a large space, sure, go ahead and skip over it. But this is for like if you go ahead and get it in a place you don't really want it to be. So it can work to help fix that. All right, so now we're going to place this, actually we're going to flip it over. But like I said, you can cut a few of these so you can get variations on cloud shapes as well. All right, and now what I'm going to use is let's go ahead and zoom back out here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and use this kind of light purple here. Okay. Oh, awesome, Kangaroo Babe. I'm so glad. Okay. And I know I'm using the same puff, but it's actually not too bad because it's helping the transition of the color. Just because I have a little bit of that blue already on here. So it's not such a drastic change in colors. And don't worry about going over the stars. We're going to use some gel pen on those. Yeah, I honestly prefer pastel for large backgrounds unless I'm willing to blow through practically an entire pencil because it's easier to cover a lot of space. And using this technique still gives it a little bit of definition versus just, you know, doing something a little bit. Okay, now I've got a little bit of white space up here I'm not totally happy with, so I'm just going to slide this up. And we're going to add a little bit of this kind of lavender color that we're using right now. Not much, but it's enough that there isn't like a stark white space there. Okay. These clouds, though, starting to remind me of like Disneyland. Okay, let's see. So it's the same. I'm gonna flip it over a little bit. Hi, Annie! Just passing to say hi and good night. Annie, before you go, there's a new emote you should check out. I think you'll get a kick out of it. Okay, let's see. Let's put this here. Okay. We're going to use that same lavender. Thanks, Annie. Let's see, is that? No, it's okay. It gets a little bit darker. You can see it, but yeah, got that light that just kind of blows it out a little bit. Not the kitty cat one. There's the goldfish one. Yep, goldfish in a bag. There we go. Soften that edge just a bit. Okay, now let's go ahead and flip it again. Okay, we're gonna tilt this. Like, how far do we want to tilt this? I think that'll be good. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay, now let's go ahead and use a little bit of this darker purple. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and switch puffs here. Let's use, let's see, does this one have much on it? No, this one doesn't have much. Okay, I'm gonna switch puffs. Oof, make sure that lines up again. There we go. All right. I think 5 more members and I can do another email. Okay. Some of this purple here. There we go. All right, soften that up. It's coming along. It's a little slow going, but it kind of just depends on how you want your clouds to look. And in fact, I'm still not totally pleased with this little area here, so I am going to do this real quick. Good night, Annie. Have a great night. Okay. I want to add just a little bit over here because I'm not totally pleased with that big white space. It just looks too different. So we're going to grab this light blue here. There we go. That's better. Soften that. There we go. That makes me happy. Drop my cotton ball. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and flip this. Okay, right here. Okay. And we are going to switch it up again. Where's that purpley one? Okay, here we go. Okay, and we are going to use this kind of, I don't know, how would you describe this? Like a mulberry, a light mulberry, a muted purple. Not quite sure what you would call that. But we're going to use it. There we go. And then smooth out that edge. Okay. Let's see now. We can bring in some of that lavender again. We're not quite ready to do full-blown purple yet, but this lavender will work. Coming along. Probably give a little bit more space. I'm compressing them a little bit more than I think I'd like to. So we're gonna drop this down on the side here just a little bit. We're gonna go ahead and use a little bit of blue again. Okay. We're gonna use the lighter blue here. Okay. Oh, sounds like it's snack time for the kitties. little bit more of that kind of muted purpley color again. Okay. Let's see. I want to shift that so we get a little bit more of a lump there. Okay. We're going to use a little bit of this here. I think we're going to start introducing a little bit more pink as well. Okay, there we go. It's coming along. Okay. Let's see. Right about there. Would this work for regular stencils? Regular stencils? I don't see why not. You could do this with any stencils. It would just depend on how you want your layout to be. That's all. Let's see. I've got one that's got some pink on it already, but we'll use this one. Yeah, I don't have a ton of stencils, but yeah, I don't see why this couldn't work with any of the stencils. All right. We're going to use this one here. Okay, start out nice and light. Yeah, that'll be good. Okay. That pink. There you go. A little bit more of that pink. Flip it over. I love how it just sort of starts to come alive after a while. Okay. And it's such a stark contrast to like the brightness of the markers too. Okay, we're gonna do another pink here. Go ahead, and I forgot to soften that edge before we did the next one, but it's all right. All right, what are we thinking so far? I think it's working. All right, we're gonna lighten it up with a little bit lighter pink. Okay. Make sure we got a good grip on this. All right. So lighter pink now. Okay. Soften it up. Flip it over. Thanks, Barbara. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's turning out. It's not too shabby. Okay, move it down just a little bit. And some lighter pink again. And I think we actually will end up using a little bit of orange and a little bit of yellow down towards the bottom. Another row of, actually no, you know what? We're going to switch it up just a little bit. Let's do like this. And we're going to go ahead and grab a lighter orange. Okay. But the orange could be a little bit bright, so I want to make sure that I do, let's see, which one do I want? Let's do this one. Let's test it though. How bright is that? It's not too bad. Okay. Just don't want it too bright. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, I'm gonna flip it again. We're gonna add pink one more time. Hi, Avila. Okay, pink one more time to help transition that orange. There we go. Okay. Flip again. We're going to come over here. Okay. We're going to do orange, and then we're going to do some yellows. I'm telling you, it feels like I'm doing a Disney picture here. Nope, forgot to soften that pink a little bit. There you go. All right, a little bit of that orange. I'm not pressing too hard with the orange because I really don't want it to overwhelm the rest of it. The orange colors are pretty bright and that could happen pretty easily. Okay. All right, now we're going to add in a little bit of yellow. Okay. Flip it. Okay. A little bit of yellow. Not much. Because again, the yellow could end up really bright as well. And flip. Hi Crystal, no, we are just using Pebbles Chalks. They are just the 30, what is it? 30 basic bright shades is what they are. But yeah, just Pebbles Chalks. Okay. I'll use this other yellow here. Whew. That's really bright. We might have to tone that down just a little bit. But that's okay. I can show you how you tone it down. Yeah, that's way brighter than I intended. So we're just going to grab this. First we're going to try and rub it a bit to tone it down. Okay. I still feel like it's a little bit brighter than I intended. So now we're going to take our kneaded eraser. I'm going to kind of fold it to an edge here. So kind of like this. Sort of press and lift. I don't want anything that's too bright because we've gone pretty soft and pastel-like for this whole thing. Okay, and then I think one more little light yellow cloud set should work. Okay, so just like this, and you know, I think we've got probably plenty of yellow on here. There we go. Okay, and we'll just add a little bit here. Okay, and we're going to soften that out. I'm going to lift just a little bit of it. Okay, we'll do a marker, make sure we didn't, I think we definitely got some yellow there, so I'm going to lift it off these vessels just a bit. Okay. Alright, let's see. Are we happy with this? Not quite. I want to add just a tiny bit of pink here. Oh, I'll tag her in it, Sherry. Yeah. Thanks, Aspie. I'll probably upload it to the gallery as well. She reposted one of my pictures today, though, so I'd feel bad drawing too much attention to it. It's always a good morning when I wake up with a notification saying Johanna shared one of my stuff. There we go. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's do the top part here. We're gonna grab this blue here. And now what we can do, we have a couple choices we could do. We could fill the stars in with white, or we could just do gold. I think we will try to fill them in with white a little bit. Let's see, where is my white? We're gonna use the Pastel Milky Pop. Okay, let's zoom on in just a little bit. See if that'll work. Yeah, just a little bit. No, it's pastel, so it's not going to pop too much. And I don't want to draw too much attention to the stars. We might go over their black lines a little bit. And then maybe use a little bit of gold on them. Try not to move my hand too much though while it's resting on here so that I don't smear the pastel either. There we go. Okay, now let's grab our gold Sleechy metallic gel pen. Okay. Cover those twinkles there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Just putting on the finishing touches here. Okay. I know I'm not talking a ton, but when you're in the home stretch of a picture, you get so focused, you know? So I was working on this one for a good portion of the day yesterday. Aw, thank you, Caitlin. Almost done. Have you done the lantern on the boat? Yeah, it's got a little bit of silver and gold to it. Just a bit. We could do, there is something else we could do though to make the lantern more pronounced. Give me 1 second, finish this last little twinkle here. And I guess I could have done it with the marker at the time, and I didn't think about it. But one of the things that we can do, because see, it's already down by the, you know, it's supposed to be kind of a sunset, so it's not like it's going to stand out too much. But one of the things we can do, where did I put it? Where did I put all those markers out there? Okay, let's grab the yellow. Is this it? Yeah, Sapphire Yellow. Okay, so we can take a little bit of this marker and there we go. Use some yellow on the bow of the boat where maybe it would be glowing. But other than that, it's probably about good. Maybe do a little bit of yellow here. There you go. A little bit of yellow there. Caitlin says, okay, good night, ladies. Thank you, Emily. I enjoyed myself. That was absolutely wonderful. Oh, I'm so glad, Caitlin. Okay. Let's put these little puff balls in here. All right, so what do we think? Can I zoom it out any? Let's see, can I move that? There we go. Let's see, let's get this in focus here. There we go. All right, here we go. There are clouds in the back. I'll probably photograph it tomorrow or tonight if I can get a decent picture of it with these lights around me. But, you know, I kind of want to add a little bit more there. Hang on. I'm not happy yet. Let's see. How do I want to... Maybe I should just... that could work. Hang on 1 second. I'm not totally happy. What do we want to add there? We're going to do the lavender real quick. Hang on. You're your own worst critic, right? You can't help but look back at it and be like, something's not quite right. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay, I feel better now. All right, now it's done. Now it's done. Seriously, it reminds me of like a little Disney castle, doesn't it? Anyway, well, there we have it. There's my finished picture. Y'all got to see the end of it here. So I'll snap a picture, get it posted on the gram, and then Wednesday we are going to do, before we have our Mermaid event. Let's see where to go. There we go. Wednesday we'll work on this. Maybe we'll use this opportunity to do some different pencils or markers or fine liners. I'll make a post in the Facebook group. If you're not part of the Facebook group, you can do... Hi, Fabulous. I think it's brilliant, Emily. Wish I'd caught the beginning of the stream. Well, if it helps, Fabulous, I just went over how I did the mountains because most of this I did off stream. So today we covered, I kind of recolored on another castle here, how I did the rocks above and below, how you could do it with pencil, and how I did the water as well. And then we finished up the bottom and we did the sky. So most of this I did off stream. But I'll make a post. If you're not part of the Facebook group yet, you can type in !Facebook. Thank you, Shannon. You can join there. I'm going to put a post in the Facebook group. And then I'm going to say, this is the one we're going to do. And then everybody can tell me things they maybe want to try out, because we'll have little sections. So, you know, different pencils or fine liners or whatever else. Because this is the perfect little setup to do that, to do little individual ones, okay? Will regular stencils work too? Yeah, Sherry, I don't see why not. I mean, you'll get different shapes, but this technique could be used with any stencils, really. All right. Okay, well, with that, we're even over time a little bit. We usually end at about 10:30. I'm going to go ahead and head out. Thank you, everyone, for being here so much. Couldn't do this without you. I mean, I could, but it'd be really boring, and I love having all of you here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I love each and every one of you. And I will see you all on Wednesday, okay? 8:30 p.m. Central U.S. time. Then don't forget, Friday will be our Mermay event. Still going to be 8:30. But yeah, we'll probably be coloring my page for the Mermay event, which you can find in my Etsy store, which Shannon just linked. I'm running a 10% off sale right now for that and all the other fairy houses. Okay? All right, everyone. Have a great couple of days, and I will see you on Wednesday. All right? Bye.